Sure.
I love what you talked about, like the way you express your tricks and the way you kind of put together your flow. It is very technical. It is low to the ground, but there's just so much to it. And for people like, I grew up riding a BMX bike, not performing any sort of trick, just like literally riding it to the ice cream man, and then like racing like a BMX bike. We had a BMX track at Hollywood Sports at our park, so I grew up racing. But like watching guys like Twitch, watching guys like you, the things you do on a bike, it's like a big piece of metal underneath you, like moving that thing around, even on a like I just can't even figure out how to ride these 450s around the neighborhood. So I can't imagine having to do tricks on them. But we see your video parts. Like I was watching your lockdown video, we pulled it up. The way you're able to kind of make a trick off just the environment, similar to skating, similar to moto. Moto a little bit harder because they don't have cement too much, right? They're normally building their tracks. Yeah. It seems like you're able to make the world your playground. Yeah. Like talk to me about putting together tricks, putting together runs like in just a normal street. Because the closest thing to compare it to is kind of like a street part, like a Sheckler video or something.
Yeah, well, that's where my influence is based off of, is street skating for sure. Like I grew up watching Nyjah. I grew up watching Theodis Beasley, like technical skating, like Day One Song, and like
Daewon is still
stuff to manuals and stuff. Yes, bro, he's amazing. Yes, so it's like that technical side I've always been influenced with, and kind of with Garrett Reynolds being like one of the pioneers to like transition the like skating and BMX style into one and make it look like, oh, you get clips like this, make it like this. Like they kind of set a standard for that with the Deadline video and stuff. So I think just following in those footsteps and just bringing my creativity and like style to the bike, it just stayed urban and stayed in the streets. Like that's where I feel like I could get the best clips. And like when I look at ledges in a line, like my way of like how I want to get a clip is going to be completely different than like another rider, just because I want to link them all together. That's usually like the problem with the filmer is like, bro, can you follow me from like here to here though? Because I might want to like wrap around and do like this whole U-turn line and like.
And they ain't used to that.
Yeah, and dependingly, if that's someone I'm comfortable with, they got me. But if it's someone I'm not, then I might have to like dumb the trick down even. Like, let me like,
just
not
to
go
get
that
the clip.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy. So, like when you guys make kind of parts and videos, mainly videos, not so much parts. Well, I guess parts too, but you guys are kind of operating off a singular area. Yeah. And it's kind of stationary and it's not too, I would say, hard to like move around. It's very stationary. You guys are kind of just making the world your playground. Yeah. It is a differentiation in content. Do you feel like content is where it's going now, though, for BMX and X Games athletes? Is it all content-based?
I mean, everything nowadays.
Content lives forever.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like, do you wait to put out these parts, or are you just getting these clips and you're putting them together and giving them to market?
Yeah, nowadays I feel like you get clips and post them pretty quickly nowadays. But
or
if you're
someone post it before you even get home and you don't even have a chance to post it.
Exactly.
Like, that's what sucks.
But I've been recently doing some like Friday videos with Dennis. You know, Dennis Anderson will take me out with his like ramp they got from Colby Raja.
Yep, I was going to talk to you about that because Dennis is one of my favorite dudes to watch.
Yeah, there's different ways to get content now. So either be for YouTube, you know what I mean? You know what it is. And then Instagram. So it's like a blend of everything. But the backbone to our sport is clearly like video parts. And, you know, as long as you have some that stand for your brand and live forever, I feel like that's what builds your legacy in our sport. And it's like you want to keep dropping them. But you might be in a different space in life to like go in for 3 years on a part, you know, or 2 years. So it's kind of like that's... Nowadays, like I feel like you don't see it as much because you do have to put that much time and have a nice chemistry with the filmer for like a long span of time.
Well, and what's hard about that too is like you're out busting your ass trying to get all these clips and you're holding on to them for 3 years. But at the same time, you still need to post content on Instagram and YouTube, and you're trying not to leak this and like
So it's a balance of what you're going to show.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And then the filmer has to have enough spots for you to last for a year or two, or else you ain't going to have nothing to go get. Or you got to have some, you know. So it's. Like,
I remember like the last video we did. I think it was like Chasing the Storm 2. Like we're like, hey, we're filming a video today. Can like no one please post this shit before it comes out?
You would say that?
Yeah, because we're like, dude, like we're not posting it. Why should these other people get to post shit of us on the internet when we're like trying to save it for a video? We're gonna do a premiere. Like we want everyone to have a part.
It
like,
might be the last trick, and motherfuckers just seeing it, and then what's the point of it being?
It's hard to do that now.
Yeah.
Now we're just like
it's hard to hide things. Yeah, especially if you're changing the game and it's a game changer.
People
the Chris Jocelyn
right
tray
now.
flip. I mean, it's hard to like. They're holding that foot. I'm surprised we haven't seen the leak because it's like it's what it is today. You're expecting to see that clip.